Welcome to Lydia's Lunch Bunch, Western Maine edition, where we spotlight the people, businesses, and stories shaping communities in Oxford, Norway, South Paris, West Paris, and beyond. We're expanding the conversation while keeping the same mission, highlighting the people making a difference in our region. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com. Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's. Jacey and I had an opportunity to chat with Wheeler's Insurance Chief Marketing Officer, Leanna Bowie, and we're going to play that interview for you coming up here in just a bit. But before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Wednesday, July 1st. With the extreme heat warning in effect, cooling centers will be open in the Twin Cities. In Auburn, the Senior Community Center at 48 Pettingill Park Road will be open today through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and the Auburn Public Library is open today and tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. In Lewiston, Alter LA at 70 Horton Street will be open today through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. St. Mary's Health System in Lewiston announced a partnership with Maine General Health's Harold Alfond Center for Cancer Care. Beginning July 7th, patients will be able to receive oncology visits and infusion treatments at St. Mary's. The partnership also connects patients with personalized treatment planning, genetic counseling, clinical trial opportunities, and survivorship resources. Learn more at stmarysmaine.com. Senator Angus King joined colleagues in introducing legislation to make childcare more affordable and accessible for working families. The Right Start Child Care and Education Act would strengthen the child care workforce by creating a new federal tax credit for child care professionals with college degrees. And the Chickadee restaurant in Lewiston announced that 2026 will be its last year at its 1472 Lisbon Street location. The Hurd family, which owns and operates the restaurant, posted on social media that more is to come, and they look forward to sharing their big news and plans with customers. The Chickadee has been one of the area's go-to family restaurants for nearly 20 years. Now it's time for the weather.
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
An extreme heat warning is in effect through Friday. It'll be partly sunny today with a high of 90 and a low of 65. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 94 and a low of 72. And sunny on Friday with a high of 92 and a low of 73. In sports, the Red Sox winning streak ended at 5 games with last night's 8-1 loss to the Washington Nationals. They'll play again this afternoon at 1:30 at Fenway Park. And Team USA will take on Bosnia and Herzegovina in the World Cup tonight at 8 p.m. That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is
Sweeping
the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for July the 1st. We're going to start off with Liv Tyler, who is 49 years old today. She's the daughter of Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler and appeared as Arwen in the Lord of the Rings film trilogy. Pamela Anderson is 59 years old today. She rose to prominence after being selected as the February 1990 Playboy Playmate of the Month and holds the record for appearing on the most Playboy covers of any individual. Then she went on to star in Home Improvement and Baywatch and VIP and Stacked. And her film credits include Barbed Wire, Scary Movie 3, Borat, and, of course, Baywatch. Olympic track and field legend Carl Lewis is 65 years old today. 9 of his 10 Olympic medals are gold. Just don't ask him to sing the national anthem. Look that one up on YouTube. Alan Ruck is 70 years old today. He played Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He He was 29 years old when he played the emotionally disturbed high school student. Lorna Patterson is also 70 years old today. She played the bubbly flight attendant Randy in the comedy film classic Airplane. She's the one who sings the folk song River of Jordan while playing guitar for a sick little girl and somehow makes her sicker. Comedy legend Dan Aykroyd is 74 years old today, an original member of the Not Ready for Primetime Players cast on Saturday Night Live from its inception in 1975 until his departure in 79. Dan went on to star in The Blues Brothers, Ghostbusters, Trading Places, Spies Like Us, Driving Miss Daisy, and the list goes on. Fred Schneider is 75 years old today. He is the legendary voice of the B-52s. Their hits include Love Shack, Rome, and Rock Lobster. Legendary singer Deborah Harry, better known as Blondie, is 81 years old today. Blondie scored 4 #1 hits on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, including Heart of Glass in 1979, Call Me in 1980, The Tide is High in 81, and Rapture, which also came out in 81 and is famous for being the first U.S. #1 single to feature rap vocals. And rounding out FPBs for July the 1st is actor Jamie Farr, who is 92 years old today. Jamie played Corporal Klinger on the legendary sitcom MASH. Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. 19 years ago on this day in 2007, England banned smoking in all public spaces. 26 years ago on this day in the year 2000, Walter Matthau died at the age of 79. Absolutely loved him as Morris Buttermaker in The Bad News Bears. 28 years ago on this day in 1998, a Florida man sued the Diamond Dolls strip club, claiming that stripper Tawny Peaks hit him upside the head with her enormous double Ds, causing him to suffer whiplash and permanent neck damage. 34 years ago, on this day in 1992, A League of Their Own was released, one of the best baseball and sports movies of all time, starring Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, and Lori Petty. 42 years ago on this day in 1984, the PG-13 rating was created and the X rating became NC-17. The first PG-13 movie hit theaters a month later. It was Red Dawn, featuring an all-star cast of Patrick Swayze, Charlie Sheen, Jennifer Grey, C. Thomas Howell, and Leah Thompson. 46 years ago on this day in 1980, O Canada was proclaimed as the Canadian national anthem. 47 years ago on this day in 1979, the first Sony Walkman went on sale. I got mine in high school, and I remember it ate about half of my cassette tape collection. Thanks, Sony. And finally, 63 years ago, on this day in 1963, the U.S. Post Office began using 5-digit zip codes. If not for that, that big show in the 90s would have just been called Beverly Hills. Those are your FPBs and OTDs for July the 1st.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Looking for a vehicle, but don't love the car shopping experience? At K&R Auto Sales on Center Street in Auburn, Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. That means no pressure, honest conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your budget and your life. Stop by K&R Auto Sales today and see how easy buying a car can feel when you've got a friend on your side. It's Mark and Jacey taking the podcast on the road once again to Western Maine, and we want to thank Dave and Ollie for opening their upstairs of Oxford Hills Mercantile to us because they've been so generous. to us in the podcast. And we have the pleasure of being joined by the Chief Marketing Officer for Wheelers Insurance, Leanna Bowie. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And I know I said it before, but I want to apologize for the commute. You had a very long trek to get here.
No, like 10 feet.
10 feet it was. You even measured.
Yes.
Yes. Leanna, how long have you been with Wheelers?
I've been there almost 6 years now.
What is it about Wheelers that makes it different than other insurance agencies?
We're different in the way that, we're not direct, so we're not like Geico or like State Farm where you can just go on the website and fill out a form. We're an independent insurance agency, so our agents have multiple different carriers, so we can quote you with a bunch of different insurances to get you the best price, and you're working with someone real and local. Right. And another thing is we're employee owned, so there's not just one big guy at the top. After 3 years of working at Wheelers, you can become an owner. And so you get a vote of like everything that goes on, and we share all the profits together. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is really cool. It's very different.
You own part of a company.
Yeah.
I've never worked in a situation like that before. How is it different for you?
I mean, the few jobs I had before, there's just one owner. You're kind of answering to them. It's different here where we all get a voice to, if we don't like something, we can speak openly about it. And we all are pretty receptive to each other, which is good. We have a lot of respect for each other. We're friends outside of work too. So, one of my coworkers, I'm going to go to her daughter's baby shower. They go to my stuff. So we're very close in that way. Yeah. So it's like a family kind of. I know, the term work family is kind of, but I consider it really like that.
It's a cliche for a lot of people, yes. But for you, it's a reality.
It's real, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great.
Wheelers has been around since 1864.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a history, and still around serving the people of Oxford County and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
What types of insurance do you offer?
We offer it all. We do auto, we do home, we do business, we do life insurance, we do health insurance, Medicare, all of that stuff. We have pet insurance.
I'm assuming a lot of people right now are looking to insure their toys for the summer.
Yes, motorcycles, yeah. ATVs. You'd be surprised that if an ATV is sitting in your garage, if you have like a house fire, it's not covered. So things like that to know.
That is good to know.
Yeah. I mean, I could have said it wrong. I'm not an agent, but that's what I've learned. That's what I've learned.
Someday I may have an ATV in my garage.
Yes. So now you know, get extra insurance.
Can you talk a little bit about what inspired you to pursue a career in insurance?
Well, I had been working in Scarborough I was doing marketing for a photography studio down there. So I wanted to be local. I went to college in New Hampshire, wanted to move back home. My husband and I bought a house up the road, actually. So community is very important to me. Growing up in Oxford Hills, that's something that's been ingrained. I feel like our community is very special in that way, where businesses contribute to the students. And that's just something I wanted to do. I wanted to be local. And when I first applied, it was called W.J. Wheeler. And then Mike Newsome, who was the current owner, it was his family that owned it from all those decades. And he sold it to the employees, and then it became Wheelers Insurance, and we rebranded, and it was fresh, and I was painting the walls in there pink and lime green and, trying to make insurance fun. So, yeah, community. Wheelers is a lot about community. I know insurance is not really like a fun, tangible object, but it's more about local business and giving back for me.
How would you describe the community of Oxford Hills?
I just feel like we're very fortunate because I think the amount that the businesses give back to the students, like they're so invested. And then I'll go to a different community, not to knock on anyone else. I'm like, it just doesn't feel, I feel like the kids and the adults are super aligned here. Like the schools and the community and the businesses are one instead of separate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Speaking of community, Leanna, Wheelers is very involved in this community. A lot of events, a lot of things happening. I'm sure you guys do a lot of volunteer work as well. Do you want to shine a light on that?
Yeah, so speaking of volunteer work, we do all of our staff 15 hours of paid volunteer time a year. So whether it's like a school field trip or you want to go to like responsible pet care, if you want to volunteer your time, we'll pay you to do it so that you're able to and take the time away from the office to be able to get out there. And then as for events, we're involved in all of the chamber stuff. We have a location in Bethel, so we're involved in things up there as well. We had our big bowling with the businesses in March, our 5th year of it, and we raised $13,000 for Sense for Kids. So that was a huge thing for SAD 17.
What is bowling with the businesses all about?
Bowling with the businesses, we started this about 5 years ago. I had first heard about Sense for Kids when I was coaching at the middle school, and some kids had things that they needed wear that they couldn't afford. And the teachers create this fund themselves called Sense for Kids. They donate some of their paychecks bi-weekly to it. And I was just so touched that our teachers do that after they already do so much out of pocket and the stuff they do for our children. So I was like, let's get a bunch of businesses together and we can start to fill that account ourselves. So we had about 32 businesses the past 5 years that all, wow. And it's different. Sometimes a business can't participate or there's a new one, but there's roughly always about 32 businesses. And it's great. They smack talk each other. They really get competitive and it's really a fun night. And all of the money goes to Sense for Kids.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Which business talks the most or the best smack?
Oh, mainline plumbing. Yeah, Sam Cronin, he's really good at that. Ryan Ritchie, 290.
Yep.
Ryan Lorraine, Norway Candle Co. He's won like 2 times in a row. So, yeah.
So the good smack talkers usually end up winning.
Yeah.
Right?
They all have won before. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
little mind games going on there.
yeah, for sure.
All right. Leanna, what does it mean to you to work for a company that is so invested in its community?
I think that's a huge reason why I want to grow at Wheelers is because they are involved with the community. That's so important to me. Staying local and supporting local as well.
If you weren't working insurance, what do you think you would want to do?
Oh, that's a good one. Is this one of the random questions?
It is not. No,
Okay.
we make a big production out of that.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
What would I want to do if I wasn't? Probably like maybe being like a professor or something in marketing with students.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You're invested in the youth.
Yes, for sure.
Why is that important to you? I mean, other than the obvious, they are our future, right?
Yeah, I think.
As Whitney Houston said.
Right. I think I'm invested in it is because, I grew up here. There's a lot, like 3% of our student body is homeless. And I think making sure that all the kids have equal opportunities to grow and, become successful. I had 6 siblings, so it wasn't always easy for my parents growing up, like money's tight. So I just want to always be there for other kids who need the extra help or the extra, even if it's just a confidence boost, being a mentor.
Last month, we were talking to Jen from the Pink Feather Foundation.
Yes.
And they and we should tell our listeners, too, that Leanna's face just lit up.
Oh, yeah, I love that place. And their grand opening is this Friday.
Right?
So.
Yeah, we were talking about their new Forever home. And for a nonprofit that has moved 7 times in 15 years, and now to have a permanent location.
Right.
It was amazing just to hear that story.
Yes.
And to hear how far they've come.
Right.
Well.
And like giving other students opportunities, the kids shop online and get to pick out their clothes, like other kids are able to. So it's definitely special.
Yeah.
And as we give our staff paid volunteer time, a lot of them do go over to Pink Feather. Yeah. So it's a popular one.
Yeah.
How has Wheelers grown, or how have you seen this industry grow in the 6 years that you've been in it?
Wheelers has grown, I think, definitely with community involvement. I mean, they've always been involved in the community, but before me, there wasn't a specific position for marketing. So, they're busy as agents. So we went from 9 employees, I was the 9th, and now we have 14. So we've grown staff-wise.
And what types of skills are you bringing in as the marketing officer? What's your day-to-day like?
My day-to-day?
Yeah.
There's always meetings, Oxford Hills Chamber of Commerce. We got the Bethel Area Business Association, networking, trying to, make my coworkers do TikToks. They don't like that, but I think showing the humane side of our agents is important.
Right.
Posting.
You're trying to make insurance fun.
Trying.
And you succeed in a lot of ways, too. Tell us a little bit about Wheeler's philosophy, Leanna, when it comes to community. I know they're very involved here. What is keeping them here in this community?
So we have 2 locations. We have one in Bethel and we have one in South Paris. And all of the Bethel staff, they're all Telstar alumni. And then most of us, we have 2 people who commute, but most of us are Viking alumni. So we grew up here. Our families are here. Our kids are here. And I think it's just a great place to work. We have good benefits for our staff. That's very important. We invest a lot of our profit back into our staff. Like I said, there's no one man on top. We're all equals in that way. And as far as like us all being in the community, what I do is yearly is all 13 of my coworkers, I make them fill out this form that says like, what are you passionate about? What nonprofits do you care about in the community? And then I take that into account when planning our year to make sure that every little bit of Wheelers is represented.
So you, in a way, ask your own random questions of your employees.
Yeah.
And Jacey, what a segue.
I know.
Right?
Oh, okay. Is it happening?
It's happening right now, Leanna.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
As I warned you before we started recording, we like to close out the interviews with the segment called 3 Random Questions, where Jacey and I will ask you questions that have nothing to do with Wheelers or your work history.
Okay.
We're just trying to get to know you a little better as a member of this community.
Okay.
So I will start, and I will ask you, Leanna, if you did not need to sleep, what would you do with all the extra time?
Ooh, what would I do? I would probably like garden. It'd probably be dark out because I'm not sleeping, but probably something like that. Yeah, it would be dark.
You'd have
The
to
midnight gardener.
You'd have to invest in some lighting.
Yes. But if I didn't have to sleep, that's what I'd do my extra time.
Are we talking flower gardens, vegetable gardens?
Oh, yeah, just flower gardening.
Flower gardens. Yeah. All right. Do you have any particular favorites?
Like for flowers, hydrangeas.
Okay.
I like those.
All right. This is embarrassing, but we're having some work done on our house, and I was in touch with the contractor, and I said, yeah, it's located in front of the lilac bush in front of the garage. I'm like, okay, great. We'll let everybody know. And then I made the mistake of telling my wife that. And she goes, it's not a lilac bush, it's a rhododendron.
Oh, so at least she knew.
She knew. Oh, my wife, she's like you. She gardens. But
it was a bush.
So I'm like, do you think I should correct it? Because is it that big of a deal?
Right.
Where they're
Are they going to know the difference?
They're going to pull up with a truck and go, wait a minute, that's not a lilac bush.
No, they'll definitely.
Yeah.
Did they know?
They haven't been there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
they're
right,
coming next week. But I'm like, they're going to be like, there's the garage, but that is not a lilac bush. Do we even have the right house?
This will be good to know, like what they do.
I'm anxious to find out. I kind of want to just hang out and watch them.
See what they do. Yeah.
They're all sitting outside like,
Confused.
Sitting on the lawn.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do. All right, Jacey, you're up.
If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Oh, probably like Italy, maybe. That'd be cool. They got good food, right?
It's right here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you go to the touristy destinations, or do you want to hang out where the locals hang?
Oh, probably touristy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, because, I love The Godfather, so stuff like that, yeah.
Okay. Pam and I are in a pizza making contest tonight at Da Vinci's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you really?
yeah.
That's so fun.
It's going to be weird. I got to flip the dough and everything. I've never done that.
Yeah, and Rucker's going to be in there with you guys, so.
Yeah, it was...
First time for everything.
Right? Yeah. All right. Leanna, final question. Would you say you're more of a music fan or a sports fan?
Oh, music.
Okay. If you could attend any concert in history
Right.
and have the best seats in the house, who are you going to see and why?
Justin Bieber.
Really?
Yeah. Just love him.
When would this be? What? I'm assuming Justin had like Taylor Swift, he had different eras. Am I allowed to say that when I refer to Justin Bieber?
I think he had different eras.
Eras in his career?
Yeah.
What are you looking at, didn't he start on YouTube?
Yeah, back in 2009,
Okay.
So I just never got over the Bieber fever. And I'm almost 30, so
Okay.
Justin Bieber.
All right, Justin Bieber. And do you want to be front row center?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you bringing a sign?
Sure,
Okay,
yeah, if it'll make him notice me.
What's the sign say?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Okay,
I don't know.
because sometimes we have follow-ups to the random questions,
Yeah.
and we don't tell you
Yeah.
about that.
Right. I know. My poor husband. I love my husband, but Justin Bieber, you can't just pass up.
Well, Justin Bieber it is. Leanna, where can folks go online to learn more about Wheelers Insurance?
Yep, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Wheelers Insurance. You can go to wheelersinsurance.com if you want to fill out a contact request form, if you want a quote.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So appreciate you. She is Leanna Bowie, Chief Marketing Officer for Wheelers Insurance.
Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. If you're a business or nonprofit here in the Western Maine area and would love to join us on Lydia's Lunch Bunch, I'd love to connect with you. You can reach me directly at jacey@lydiamediallc.com. That's JACEY at lydiamediallc.com.